I'm sorry about the stream. Hopefully we should not have so many pauses this time, so much lag. I had to dumb down my bit rate. So sorry about that. Anyway, I'm gonna start this broadcast again. Again, like I said before I start, let's say a rest in peace to uh Bobby Brown. He lost his son today. He was 28 years of age. Just keep him in your prayers. Part of the new edition. Bobby Brown, the senior, is part of the new edition and things like that. Today I'm going to go back to talking about Ilhan Omar. I also seen the little message that came on YouTube. Not fucking scared of that shit. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to do what I got to do. So that's just where we at. Because I'm not going to let them stop me. And if they do, you can always follow me on rumble.com, baby. All right, that's all I got for you guys. Let's get into this shit. Let's get it back started. And here we go. All right, guys, I am back. I hope that y'all can hear me clearly. If you can, go ahead on, give me the thumbs up. So I'm going to get back to talking about what's been going on here with Omar, on Ilhan Omar. As I was saying before, she basically said that Monday at the Washington Post that when you are at a Trump rally, it's really a Klan rally. Now, I don't know where the hell this lady get this from or whatever have you, but the last time I checked, it's not a Klan rally. Thank y'all very much. And also share the stream. Share it. I mean, this is crazy. How in the hell can you sit here and tell me that this is a Klan rally when there are people, patriots of all races, who are trying to spread the news, okay? Trying to spread the news of what it's like to be a patriot. And you're going to come off here with that. That is crazy as hell. I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life. And then this lady had the nerve to say that her siblings is calling her every day, making sure she's safe, saying that it's all this, that everybody acts the same. That's horseshit. The only reason why President Trump comes after you is due to the fact of the matter of the things that you do and the things that you say are extremely radical. We don't need that. That's why he comes after you, lady. He's not coming after you to be cute, to be funny. I mean, that's just the stupidest shit I've ever heard. I mean, this lady is fucking nuts, man. And then to have the nerve to have this fucked up moral compass to try to call our president out when we all know her past, when she was messing with a married man and he didn't even have a divorce yet. So who are you to be the moral compass in this situation? Man, this lady's fucking nuts, man. Her and these progressives, dude. These progressive radical left. I can't deal with them. They're fucking nuts, dude. I just can't deal. I can't deal. I can't fucking deal. We're gonna move on to the next story since I want to tell you about this. And then we got her also going after Mark Rubio, okay? And she misspelled the book of the Bible while she's trying to talk to Rubio about faith. Again, this coming from a woman now who's never acknowledged that she was with a married man during the time that she was supposed to be all religious and shit. Let's talk about that one. So she got a wave of backlash today after she attempted to school Senator Mark Rubio, who's our Republican representative out of Florida, on the Bible. Now, the issue arose after Rubio criticized Georgia Senate candidate Raphael Warnock for claiming that one couldn't serve both God and the military. What? Who? Wait a minute now. Hold on, rewind, take two. So you're trying to tell me I can't fight and protect my country and still be religious at the same time? That is the dumbest shit I ever heard. So that's basically telling me that when it comes to a choice to protect my family, if they're in danger, I'm supposed to go with thou should not kill, but let them hurt me and my family. You look out of your fucking mind, dude. In response to Rubio's criticism, Omar posted a verse from the Gospel of Matthew, both misspelling Matthew and others alleged interpreting Jesus' words. Matthew's 6:24, she tweeted along with an embarrassed face emoji. No one can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or he will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and the money. Oh my Lord. The lies and smears of the GOP have no boundaries, but this is a disgrace and shameful. First and foremost, man, what in the hell are you talking about? Nobody ain't said nothing about serving no two masters. It's the military. You didn't think that all these great people in the Bible that was prophets wasn't fighting wars? What about David? So you're trying to tell me King David, he was serving two masters when he went and he took out the giant to protect his people? Oh, let me guess. When Solomon was out here trying to protect his people and was ripping men apart because of the strength from his long hair, I guess he was serving two masters too. Man, get the fuck out of here, lady. You don't know what the hell you talking about. I mean, I'm just being real. This is the stupidest shit I ever heard. Talking about serving two masters. I think you're serving two masters. And one of them is upstairs in your head. Yourself. It's fucking nuts, man. It's just I don't know, man. I'm telling you, that lady, whoever keeps voting this lady in, the whole damn state may need to be thrown away. Because it's crazy. And then in another tweet she followed, the point there is that as a Muslim, I know that Reverend Warnock is quoting scripture in his sermon here, so I am sure Rubio does too, but he is willing to lie and make mockery of himself. Twitter users poke fun at her spelling and critique the way she interprets the verse. Now, this is what one guy said. Now, he's named Ryan Saavedra. I don't know where he's from. I don't know if he's a politician or not, but he said Bible expert Ilhan Omar quotes the book of Matthew. Also, she has no idea what she is talking about, and she is wrong. Wow, man. Then they was tripping talking about the book of Chris Matthews. Then another person that was student for Trump first wrote a tweet, and she misspells the first book of the New Testament as Matthews. Then this other guy, I love Ross Matthews. I didn't know he had a book though. And then another guy, Alan Spencer, was cracking jokes too, saying you and candidate Warnock are both taking this passage out of text to try and score political points. These verses are about money and possessions. You should spend a bit more time reading the Bible, Congresswoman. Oh man, like I said, that's what that was always about. That was never about serving the military and protect. That's talking about when they say serving two masters. You can't be out in the world and worshiping lust and worshiping worldly things and possessions and not being of God. I mean, everybody knows that. I mean, I'm not a religious scholar. Please don't take it the wrong way, because I'm still slowly trying to get myself together. But at the end of the day, I know my wife, who is a religious person, who's very religious, will tell you the same thing. This is crazy. That's nuts. But, that's what the radical left do, man. That's their thing, That's what they do. Sad but true. So, moving right along. Let's see what else we got going on with the crew. After we done found out that Now, something else I wanted to say. Now, CNN, the Commerce News Network, Bill Ward, he slammed as a misogynistic sexist for the tweet about Senator Kelly Loeffler's marriage. Man, first and foremost, before I get in this story, there's a lesson that I've always was taught by my mother and my father. If you don't want to get your ass whooped, don't talk about people's married life. Do not talk about people's married life. You will get your ass whipped every time. So let me see what this damn fool said. CNN chief climate correspondent Bill Ware was labeled amazing sexist on Wednesday for a tweet implying that Senator Kelly Loeffler is only successful because of her husband. Now, the Republican Senator Kelly Loeffler, who is battling to keep a seat in the Senate in a special election race, is a former intercontinental exchange executive who's married to ICE CEO Jeffrey Sprucher. She also worked at a number of other well-known companies, including Citi and Toyota, and was appointed by the state's governor to fill a vacant seat in the Senate's left by Senator Johnny Isakson, who retired at the end of last year. She declared on Wednesday that she has lived the American dream, urging voters to keep her in office so they have the same opportunities. She said, I went from the farm to the Fortune 500. I want Georgia to have the same freedom and opportunities I had, and it won't be possible if we go down the road to socialism. Loeffler tweeted, we must hold the line and protect the American dream. Man, let me tell you, this is what I hate about this left, man. What in the hell did this woman's husband's work got to do what she did? This woman got out of the muscle herself. I mean, this lady's track record, she was a CEO. And I want to make sure I was right now. I want to say she was a CEO in one of the offices of, she worked at a number of companies, wasn't CEO, but she apparently had a high position at Citi and Toyota. Everybody know when you work at those kind of corporate companies, Citibank, Toyota, man, that's a huge accomplishment. That's a lot of responsibility. That's money. You didn't think this lady brain didn't got it on her own. You think she went up there and looked at her husband and said, hey, baby, make this phone call so I can get this job. And even if she did, she must have did a damn good job because she didn't get fired. She served her time. She did what she's supposed to do. Seemed like to me that you're a little jealous that she accomplished more in her lifetime than your bitch ass is doing. That would it sound like to me. Don't hate on her because she doing it good. She living the American dream. You could do the same thing. Get out of CNN. Explore. Go to these other channels. I don't know. Start your own fucking podcast. And what everybody else is fucking doing. I mean, man, I don't understand why we go through this with these foes, man. I don't understand why in the hell these liberals, aka these socialists, hate so much on people. It's like anytime they see any conservative person doing good, they be on that hate shit, bro. It's crazy. This is crazy. Now, this fool even had a nerve to respond with the following. Good news. If you live on a farm, you're not qualified to marry the chairman of the New York Stock Exchange. Why you throwing, what that got to do with that? Man, that's just, I'm telling you, man, they always go low. You could go high with these fools and they try to go low. And I'm glad that somebody got in his ass because the Republican Senatorial Committee senior advisor, Matt Whitlock responded, "Are you serious with this take? Are you seriously suggesting that her success just came from marriage? Because it sounds like you should read a bit more." But like you said, like Donald Trump Jr. said, well, this is amazingly sexist, but if it's channeled towards a conservative, I guess that's okay. And it's right. Because if Trump would have said it or any other the people that work for him would have said that, it would have been CNN, MSNBC, all of them would have ate that shit up. I'll tell you, man, I can't understand it. And guess what? CNN ain't gonna do nothing to him. That's why I hope Trump buys CNN. I really do. I hope Trump just buys CNN. Go on and buy them out, Trump. Make their life, just buy them out and get you a whole team of real reporters. Let them all start podcasts or something. It's fucking crazy, man. Ridiculous. Just straight ridiculous. So, we got the DC mayor, old Bowser. That's right. You know, the DC mayor that supposed to do a job when we had the Million Mega March, and she did not march in support, did not provide the right police protection in the city to make sure that Antifa and BLM got out of line, that these people that was visiting your city for the support of the president would have been protected, right? Well, now she's facing a fresh lawsuit alleging that the city discriminated against the abortion viewpoint, anti-abortion viewpoints, in the way it handled expression during the Black Lives Matter protests. The issue arose out of a headline-catching confrontation between students of Life of America members and the Metropolitan Department Police. Metro Police Department, which arrested them as they attempted to chalk Black preborn lives matter on the sidewalk outside of a Planned Parenthood affiliate. Now, you're probably wondering, well, why they did that? Well, if you look at our statistics right now, the most children that are going through abortions are Black children. That's right. Black children are the one that have the most abortions every year in the US of A. It's because, unfortunately, Planned Parenthood has made it very easy for Black Americans, especially Black women, who are not able to support the child, to go ahead on and abort it. They don't give them and sit down and talk to them about, hey, option. Let's talk about, other alternatives. And now this is what we have. We have this situation right here. We have it where we are now living in a world where we have children who are now being basically killed off because of irresponsibility. Because we got people out here that's not talking to them, that's not telling the mother that there is other alternatives. You do not have to. If y'all on the broadcast, please share. Let's get more people in the room. It's a disturbing situation. My out to the young folks. My heart goes out to the children that are not able to be born because of this. Because I feel like that we as Americans, we can do better. And I think the problem is we don't have enough people that are doing what they can to make it better. So it's sad but true. Now, as we go further into this story, now it's unclear the extent of which MPD enforced the defacement ordinance with other forms of speech, but as the lawsuit alleged, but according to NPR, the city's Department of Public Works was later seen refreshing some of the paint, but left defund the police on the street, not surprised, was not a part of the mural. Bowser told ABC News in June, and we certainly encourage expression, but we are using the city streets for city art. When ABC's Martha Rallies pressed her further, Bowser said she hadn't even had an opportunity to review it. The lawsuit also references graffiti at the U.S. Chamber of Commerce headquarters. Alliance Defending Freedom, a conservative nonprofit representing the group, argued that the government can't pick and choose which speech it allows. And I'm not going too much further. It's a long little story, but they got a point. You can't choose people's freedom of speech. This is where we at right now. We got a lot of people doing that. We are being censored so bad that you're seeing it more than ever, especially in these big Democratic-led cities and states by mayors and governors trying to pick and choose what you can and cannot do. And it's turning into be a communist situation. Now, they're saying that's not. They're trying to help people, but they're not. They're not helping no one. Because if you treat one group better than the other, you're going to have resentment from the group that's getting mistreated. It's just like having kids. If I go up here and I always buy one of my kids the newest, hottest shit all the time without fail, but I leave my other kids getting the hand-me-downs and the secondary bullshit, they're going to have resentment for that one kid that's getting all the hot shit. It's just common sense. And I don't know why people don't use that when it comes to dealing with everyday relations with people, and especially when it comes to dealing with freedom of speech. And that's why we are going to hell in a handbasket right now. And that is straight facts. So we're going to move right along. And we are going to discuss about what's going on with the Biden. I mean, not Biden, but Lindsey Graham. Now, Lindsey Graham got the squad wanting him to resign. Now, Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib joined call by other House Democrats for Senator Lindsey Graham's resignation after reports were published about the South Carolina senator's alleged suggestion of tossing legally cast ballots in Georgia. Now, before we get into that, let me tell you what all happened. So basically, what happened was that Lindsey Graham, who you know is a strong supporter of the president, reached out to the state Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, all right? And he was basically saying that Lindsey was pressuring him, saying, hey, man, you need to throw out these ballots because a lot of these ballots in these districts had a lot of discrepancies, okay? And that's all he was saying. Now, they're trying to say that he committed voter fraud. And to me, I don't think he was. I think Graham was basically saying, listen, if these ballots ain't properly, got signatures on it, it ain't got things like it's supposed to be on it, we can't use them. You ain't supposed to be allowed to use them. That's been the biggest thing. See, everybody, the Democrats want you to count all votes and ballots, right? But a lot of these ballots are straight up garbage. You can't support it at all. I mean, that's just facts. You can't support it at all. So when people tell you that, it's like they don't understand. Like, you cannot support that. What are you supporting? I mean, I'm just being real about it. What are you supporting? I think I'm losing connection again, guys. Hold on. If y'all can still hear me, let me know if you can still see me. Hold on, guys. Hold on. All right. What about now? Can y'all see me now? All right. All right. Can y'all see me now? Try to make sure everybody can see me. Let's see here. All right. Y'all can see me. Good, good, good. So anyway, getting back to what I was saying. Sorry about that, guys. You gotta work with me. It's a little choppy. We trying to get through this because I'm streaming very slowly. So getting back to what I was saying, um, they're saying that he's lying, but I mean he's trying to commit fraud, but nobody's not talking about the fraud they're trying to commit. I mean, did they think that we forgot about how they were going out here and running around and trying to commit all this voter fraud stuff? I mean, I guess they must have forgot that they basically allegedly, let me say allegedly, they must have forgot that allegedly of all this voter fraud stuff, they must have forgot what we were seeing and what they were doing. I mean, as I could remember, and y'all could remember, there were a time that people have done came forward. We got two people now that's in jail in Pennsylvania for throwing out ballots. So it's not like they're innocent. I mean, I don't know why they're trying to run around like, oh, he needs to be, oh, he got to go. What he got to go for? Because he said make sure we count every legal ballot. I don't think that was anything wrong with that. I think that's what we need to do. Because right now, the voter system is in shambles. The American people don't know who to trust. I mean, that's just facts. You got a lot of Americans right now who do not have no good belief in the American system, an American voting system, because of all of the mess they went through. So right now, people are not happy. They're not, they don't have any faith in it. So basically, right now, I'm with him 110%, man. I mean, I'm with Lindsey Graham on this. Only reason why people want him to resign because they want him. Oh yeah, of course. I didn't say there wasn't no sketchiness in that either. I heard about that too. But most of the other reports we've been getting was mostly on the radical left. Now, like I said before, it should be a tit for tat. Because the radical left have been pushing this illegal type of sketchy shit for the longest. They started this summer pushing in that let's do mail-in ballots. Let's do mail-in ballots, absentee mail-in ballots, mail-in ballots. So that lets me know right then and there that this was the plan all along. And I wouldn't be surprised that we're going to have a couple of people that come out that supports the president that does some shady shit too. But not as much as we're going to see from the radical left, because we already seen what they're about. I mean, they asking for people to resign because they're getting to the truth. And that's some sad shit. But this is the world we live in right now. I mean, we got a lot of shadiness going on and a lot of people that don't want to stand up and do the right thing. But asking Lindsey Graham to resign, I'm out on that. I don't support it. Lindsey Graham is one of the few Republicans that we have that got balls. The rest of these conservatives ain't. And that's just straight. I mean, they just don't. I mean, y'all see it all the time. And now, this is what his side of the story was that he talked to this man about. He said, I know what I talked to the Secretary of State about, and it wasn't for him to throw out ballots. That was beyond bizarre and ridiculous. Now, this is what his side of the story was that he talked to this man about. He said, I know what I talked to the Secretary of State about, and it wasn't for him to throw out ballots. That was beyond bizarre and ridiculous. Now, this is what his side of the story was that he talked to this man about. He said, I know what I talked to the Secretary of State about, and it wasn't for him to throw out ballots. That was beyond bizarre and ridiculous. Oh, sketchy. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm finna tell you why. The last lawyers that he had, you ever heard of the Lincoln Project, sketchy? I want you to look that up. The Lincoln Project is ran by the New Jersey governor Christie at one time, right? So when Christie was running this, right? Christie don't like Trump. I mean, not Christie, but Kelly Conway husband. He the one that leads that Lincoln Project. He doesn't like Trump, right? So what they have been doing every time that a lawyer gets on that case, because Elhan has been supporting it too. Elhan Omar, along with AOC, they've been keeping names and tabs on these folks, and they have been going after them. They have been going after them, threatening to ruin their careers, threatening to put their names and addresses out. They've been straight bullying them. That's why they've been dropping out the cases. But here's the thing. Even if these cases get dismissed all in the states, Trump's tying everything up, because the whole goal is to tie everything up to where Biden cannot have 270 when December 14th comes. Now, when December 14th comes, they have to go through a process, right? It's only been done twice in the last in the last 200 plus years. And that is trying to figure out which is going to be the president and the vice president. Now, to choose the president, you got to go through the House of Representatives. Now, with the House of Representatives, there's 536 House of Representatives. But the thing about the 536 in the House of Representatives, we have more states that are Republican based with electoral votes in the House of Representatives than the Democrats do. So that would automatically make Trump the winner. Now let's get back to Congress. Since we got a Republican Congress as well, which is the House, we'll get back to the House of the Senate. Since we got a Republican Senate, that will be able to choose the vice president. So they could basically choose vice president being Mike Pence or whoever. But I'm quite confident it'll be Mike Pence. So that's what Trump is doing. That's the roads to getting into the White House. So he's not playing checkers, he's playing chess. And that's why the radical left is freaking out and trying to hurry up and get things certified before December comes around. Because if they don't, that's what they're going to be facing. They're going to get exactly what they didn't want to get. Trump back in there, baby. Trump 2020. I never said there is, but there's evidence that it appears to be, allegedly. Now, when I say evidence basically means there's things that point out that doesn't add up and that support the matter that things don't add up. Now, when it comes to the Republican races, there was hardly any voter fraud in that, except for the one you talked about right there, about the one that happened in PA. Now, in the House and Senate races, we actually gained and picked up. See, that's what nobody's not understanding, and that's why it got so sketchy. Because if you're trying to get a candidate in, then he's on a certain party. Most people are programmed to go ahead on what's up, CL, and vote straight one way, whether it's Republican or Democrat. So if it's your guy's Democrat, you're supposed to vote straight Democrat all across the ticket. If it's the Republican, you're supposed to vote Republican all the way down the ticket. Well, what's happening is that they were allowing them to pick who they wanted to pick when it came to freaking selecting other candidates. But there has been reports from numerous people, especially a lot out of Detroit, that there were poll people that was behind the voters and telling the voters that when it came to the president selection, it better been Biden, allegedly. I'm just going by what been produced by that side of Trump's team. People have spoken out. Even one guy was a whistleblower, and then the mainstream media said that he took it back, and he was like, "Hell no, I never took it back. What are they talking about? This is what I seen." So there's a lot of people, apparently 90 plus people now in different states that was in these swing states, Michigan, Wisconsin, and especially Pennsylvania, are saying in Arizona that this happened. I'm just going by what is being brought out there, and the mainstream media won't keep talking about. Because they don't called out that Biden's the winner, so they got to stick to it. I'm just telling you what is been said publicly on not only just YouTube, but in other platforms too, and at Newsmax and other interviews. So, like I said, bro, I'm just telling you what it is. I mean, this is what we're facing. So I really believe, like I was getting back to topic, Senator Graham. I don't think that Graham told this man anything like that, because Graham is a very straightforward dude. And I think that the only thing he basically was telling this man, if you can't verify those signatures, it's not a legal ballot. The same thing they've been going through with Arizona, not being able to verify stuff, but they passing it through anyway. So I respect them on that. So hopefully this stuff will blow over, which I doubt it will. Let's see. So enough about the politics side. I know y'all want to know what's going on with Trump's latest thing. Right now, as far as I know, Trump did got a new lawyer. Let me see what her name is. Hey, man, what going on? Thanks, bro. Thank you for joining the stream, bro. Follow me, bro. Follow me. I appreciate you, man. If you're first time tuning in, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell right up top and share it to me. Yeah, I'm glad that we trying to get the stream better. Had a rocky start, but we making it work now. Let's see here. Let's talk about this guy here. Now, this right here is I had it pulled up in my notes. So let me make sure I got it. All right, here we go. So the new lawyer that Trump got, and it's a female lawyer. I mean, she's got a lot of and she's a boss too. Her name is Linda Kearns. Now, she's got a long history in Philly. Now, one thing I know about her that they said, because she filed a lawsuit, they said that she's a good lawyer and she's dedicated and hardworking. Now, she is a Loyola University Chicago graduate and a member of the Conservative Federalist Society. She describes herself as a child of Democrats raised in Bromall, Delaware County. So she came from old Joe. But the owner of rescue dogs, she named Gipper and Thatcher after iconic controversial politicians. Kearns described herself in a Philadelphia Inquirer reporter over a decade ago as being the right of Senator John McCain politically. She is a semi-regular AM talk show radio host and co-founder of a right-wing opinion blog called Broad and Liberty, which is sponsored by the Commonwealth Foundation, a free market think tank for Kearns. Now, she's used that blog as a platform to rail against uh, everything from the criminal justice policies of District Attorney Larry Krasner down to the city's decisions to jettison late library book fines. Now, she has some wins and some losses with cases. Now, she represents the Philly GOP in election day voter intimidation complaint against members of a radical political group known as the New Black Panther Party, who appeared at North Philadelphia polling place. But they never convicted men of any crimes. But then she won victories against the political misconduct in Philadelphia. She was involved in the complaint about a former Pennsylvania House candidate in North Philadelphia's 197th district who was thrown off the ballot in 2018 after it was shown that he didn't live in the district. So she's pretty good. She knows her stuff. She stands her ground. So at least we know that he's got that. Now we know that the latest in the election, what's got overturned and what hasn't. I do know that yesterday, I think it was, I didn't have time to report on it. Let me see what it said yesterday. I think they overturned. Yeah, they overturned one. Yeah, it was Michigan. That's what it was. It was Michigan. So anyway, in Michigan, they wanted to certify the votes, and at first they was against it, and they turned around and they approved the certification. Stupidest thing I ever heard, but it's because they got under pressure from the Democrats. So that's where we at right now with that. Yeah, here we go. Here we go with the little trolls. They're already out. I love it. Let's see here. I always got these trolls, man. Always. All right, hold on. All right, guys, let me go ahead on here and go to the next story, last story tonight, and then we'll be done with this. 1 second here. All right, here we go. Now we're going to talk about James Harden. Now, if you don't know who James Harden is, James Harden is a remarkable basketball player that plays for the Rockets. Now, earlier this year, he got some backlash because he was wearing a back to blue scarf, which he thought in his mind was cool to have because it had some cool colors, and he didn't know it was a back to blue scarf because he doesn't be on social media like that. He's a very private person. Well, recently, when it came to negotiate his contract, he decided not to negotiate his contract. Now, I know you're probably asking, well, what this got to do with politics? Why he didn't want to renegotiate his contract? Well, I'm finna tell you why. And it was not because of the money they had on the table. Nope, it wasn't that. And it wasn't because he didn't like the coach. It wasn't that either. The reason why this guy did not want to renegotiate his contract is because he found out that his current owner of the team is currently a Trump supporter. I shit you not. I would not lie to you guys. The reason why this guy is not renegotiating his contract because he found out that the person that he is playing for is a Trump supporter. What is going on? You know what they say? When you try to go up here and you try to stay woke, you will go broke. I'm finna give y'all the rest of the story here and tell you how it went. So, James Harden has reportedly turned down a record-setting deal in pursuit of a trade to the Brooklyn Nets. But new reports indicate that the real motivation behind wanting to leave is owner Tillman Fertitta's support of the Trump administration. Sources told ESPN on Monday that Harden turned down the chance to become the first NBA player to earn $50 million a year because of his interest in joining a team with a real chance of winning a championship, and he believes that's the Nets. Okay, first and foremost, I know you guys are probably not a lot of basketball heads like myself, but yeah, they're not going to win a championship. And let me tell you why. First and foremost, Kyrie Irving is straight up crazy. That's what he is. And you getting blocked. Thanks for being a part of the show, guy. Yeah, I try to tell people that, man. They don't listen. Thank you for coming to the show, brother. Thank you for coming to the show. Appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you. Now, getting back to this crazy person. James Harden. James, you know good and damn well the way the style you play basketball. You a ball hog. And I'm quite sure that Russell Westbrook is also trying to go to the Brooklyn Nets too. Because he's also said he don't want to play anymore. Both of y'all two are not good with the ball. Thank you, brother. Bless you too. Not to mention Kyrie Irving. They need to just throw him out and trade him off anyway because he's just a waste of cap space because he's got an attitude problem. I just don't see you and KD working. All three of y'all, no, I don't see it working. That's number one. Number two, you dumb as hell. Because as long as LeBron James is playing basketball, he is going to dominate. Anthony Davis is going to dominate. They already stacking a team for next year. I mean, you would have done better trying to join with Kawhi. I don't know what you're doing, player. $50 million a year, I would have took it. You already got businesses. Why not? All because he's a Trump supporter? Dude, who are you? You don't even be on social media like that. You don't even got fans all on your ass like that. Dude, stop. It's a political move. I immediately thought this was Daryl Mooley leaving and Mike Deontay leaving and Russell Westbrook and James Harden going. No offense to Coach Stephen Silas or GM Raphael Stone, but we don't want a starter kit. We're playing for a championship, he said Tuesday on Fox News radio podcast, The Odd Couple. But what I heard is, and we know how much politics and political position had to do with the boycott and protest during the bubble, I'm hearing that Tillman Federal's strong Republican support and donations is one of the things that is contributing to this dissatisfaction. And those two, Westbrook and Harden, are not the only ones that want out of Houston. Lesser players are on the same mind. There's a revolt there because they look at Farrell as a guy who supports the current president. You know what? If I was Farrell, get rid of them all. You don't need them, Farrell. Look, man, it's about to be 2020, right? What could possibly go wrong? 2020 to 2021. Yeah, next season. My bad. My wife corrected me. She be getting on my ass about sports too. She ain't a sports person, but she know a little bit. So anyway, get rid of the motherfuckers. Get rid of the whole team. Everybody that want to leave, let them go. Get you some draft picks. Get you some people that don't give a shit about your political stance, that wants to get a chip and make some money. That's what's wrong with these people now. Everybody worrying about everybody's political belief. If he ain't never called you the freaking derogatory word, if he ain't never talked about your mother, if he ain't never dissed your sister, he ain't never played with your money, then why the fuck are you worried about what his political beliefs is? Oh, I know what it is. You want to be in the in crowd. You know, I guess they the one now that pay your bills. Last time I checked, it's the same people you trying to be true to in the hood. They're not coming to your fucking games half of the time. And the ones that do come to your games, believe me, when your ass go out like a sucker, they ain't showing you no support. I'm being real with these people. Sometimes, man, you got to use common sense. Damn. $50 million, bro? You gonna throw $50 million away because of a man's political belief? Get the fuck out of here. Long as the man ain't diss me or my family, I don't give a shit. I'm about my money. If you want to be a fan for me, fantastic. If you want to call me a sellout, go ahead. But I'm $50 million richer, buddy. Where you at in life? This is what I'm talking about. I mean, you got to use common sense. I mean, there's a time to do a moral stance, and there's a time to get your head out your ass. And that right there, man, that wasn't no moral stance. You could have got $50 million. You could have got that man to get you a team built around you and do better next year. Or, damn, man, I mean, like, it makes no sense right now. Now, you're going to go to another team where you about to take you're never going to get a max now. Never. Because your time done ran out, dude. Your prime's about to end, James Harden. Oh my God. What is wrong with these folks, man? I guarantee you right now, if LeBron James playing with the LA Lakers heard that the lady that he's playing for was a Trump supporter, you think he gonna walk off the court and leave? Hell to the nah. He gonna ride that contract out. Man, y'all dumb. You're going to leave because that man supports somebody you don't like. Like that, like, I don't understand, man. These people be acting like Trump go out here and hurt their cousin or their mama or kick or beat their daddy up for lunch or lynching people. Man, stop. Just stop it. I'm just telling you now. I don't care if he's mean. I don't care if he's direct. I don't care if he step on people's feelings. If he's making sure I got money in my pocket and he's doing things to where I can be able to take care of my family, I don't give a shit. It's where I'm at. As long as he's not fucking with my American values with that flag behind me, I don't give a damn. That's where I'm at. And that's what everybody else should be thinking. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Well, if y'all like what I brought to you today, man, like I said, follow me as well if you're first time tuning in. If you can, donate to the Cash App. Also, too, I have links in the description on YouTube where you can also donate to my other platforms. Also, too, if you want to give me stars on the Periscope, you can do that as well. Again, I am about to get out of here. The next time, hopefully, the stream will go a lot more smoother and we won't have a lot more hiccups. So, I love you guys. Thank y'all for y'all support. I'll holler at you later.